My child, please stop for just a moment and listen with your heart. Breathe in slowly, breathe out slowly. Stay with me until the very end, because this is not a random scroll, not background noise. This is a live transmission, and the heavens have reached into your day to press pause on your timeline so you do not miss what is approaching you. I am speaking directly into your frequency now. The universe has actually paused your timeline. I know the tug you feel in your chest. That is the confirmation that this interruption is not an accident, but a rescue. Do not click away. Do not rush. To scroll away now would be like hanging up the phone at the exact second God is answering the call you've been making for years. It would be like tearing up a winning lottery ticket while the numbers are being read, like closing your eyes just as the sun is starting to rise after your longest night. My precious soul, the angels are urgently warning. This is a sensitive window. Your attention is obedience. Your stillness is alignment. Stay present to keep the pull strong. Hear me. The season of wandering guesses is ending, and a long-awaited, heaven-approved meeting is moving toward you. This is not fantasy. This is a scheduled divine appointment that has lived in my calendar longer than your fear has lived in your body. The timing is narrowing. The window is real. The coordinates are set. I am not dangling hope. I am delivering preparation, because when the door opens, I want you already facing it. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay with me until the very end, because I am going to place clarity in your hands. In this transmission, you will receive 4 anchors so you do not drift. First, what this meeting truly is, beyond romance, beyond wishful thinking, the kind of encounter that restores and elevates in the same motion. Second, how I bring them into your path, the arrival pattern that helps your spirit recognize what your mind might question. Third, the signs I will stack in the next days so you can see, hear, and feel the door as it swings open. And fourth, how to avoid the counterfeit that will try to arrive first to steal your moment and recycle your delay. Stay. Let me quiet the noise that taught you survival when I am bringing you into timing. Keep your heart open, your breath steady, your spirit tuned. The final download is already moving. Do not sever the connection now. You were stopped here because you were chosen, and because your appointment is closer than your doubt. My child, lean in. The word I am placing in your spirit right now is finally. Not as a wish, not as a tease, but as a decree. Finally is the stamp I am pressing on your timeline because the delay has completed its assignment. Hear me. The long stretch that felt like nothing moving was not my silence. It was your strengthening. I used the waiting to weave discernment, where impulse once ruled, boundaries where begging once lived, peace where panic once pushed you into what was not yours. The waiting taught your heart to recognize safety and your mind to rest from fantasy so you could hear me clearly. Your character stretched, your eyes cleared, your frequency tuned, and now the divine timer is chiming. Finally means you are no longer being prepared. You are prepared. I see the invisible fatigue you stopped naming, the quiet disappointment after messages that never came, the birthdays and holidays that rubbed your heart like sandpaper because the promise still felt far, the prayers that seemed to rise and dissolve in the ceiling of your room while your tears soaked the pillow you did not show the world. The fear that whispered, "What if this is just how it is?" Beloved, I was never ignoring you. I was insulating you. I would not let a holy appointment land on a trembling foundation. I refused to schedule glory over open wounds that still bled from old betrayals, or over a voice that still bargained for crumbs in rooms where you are meant to feast. The angels are declaring this now. The ache you felt was not punishment. It was proof that something weighty was gestating. And now, finally, the season shift is here. Timing is not random, it is protective. I shielded you from meeting them when you still would have performed for approval, when you would have swallowed red flags and called it devotion, when you would have handed over your future to anyone who said the right sentence at the wrong time. I did not withhold a blessing, I withheld a collision. I waited until the old patterns lost their power, until your no became holy, until your yes would be clean. I waited until you could choose from wisdom, not from the tremor of loneliness. I would not bind you to a gift you were still conditioned to sabotage. Now the alignment within you matches the appointment before you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will not look like noise or demand performance. It will sound like recognition to a quiet mind. It will feel like home to a prepared heart. Stay with me until the very end of this transmission, because the subtle nudges will matter. Your job is not to chase, but to notice. Do not strain, attune. Your spirit already knows the frequency of what I am sending. Anchor your hope with this. The countdown is active now. This is not someday language. This is a live window that intensifies this week. In the next stretch of days, you will feel the internal pressure release, like a locked door clicking open from the other side. Conversations that were stalled will unstick. Opportunities you thought were gone will circle back with new clarity. Your body will register peace first, then your mind will understand why. Mark this moment. Finally is not a slogan. It is my confirmation word for you. The delay has done its work, and now the door is turning on the hinge I forged in your waiting. My child, lean in closer. Let me name what your spirit already senses moving toward you. This meeting I am arranging is not a random attraction, not a shiny interruption to your routine. This is a heaven-approved appointment that I scheduled before you learned to hurry. It may wear the face of a person or the shape of a door. It may arrive as a partner, a mentor, a recruiter, a collaborator, an introduction in a room you almost didn't enter, or a conversation on a day you almost canceled. It will feel relational even when it looks like an opportunity, because what I am restoring first is belonging. Belonging to me, to purpose, to a family of alignment, to a rhythm that doesn't demand that you beg to be seen. Understand the weight of this. I am not sending you a distraction. I am delivering a hinge. A hinge turns the whole door with a small, decisive movement, and this encounter will swing more than romance. You asked me for love that is safe, for peace that is steady, for stability that doesn't vanish when texts slow down, for clarity about how your gifts translate into purpose, for financial room to breathe, for a home in your own skin. Hear me. I am bundling the answers into one orchestrated intersection. The angels are declaring that what felt like separate prayers are converging now into a single alignment point. This is why I pressed pause on your timeline. So when it arrives, you do not walk by it as if it were ordinary. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is designed to both heal and elevate. On the inside, expect the quiet correction. The anxious monitoring will loosen. The compulsion to perform will fall off. The old ache will meet a wise no and a clean yes. On the outside, expect practical elevation. Introductions you could not manufacture, resources that meet the exact gap you named in prayer, strategy that simplifies what has been complicated, and momentum that gathers around your obedience like wind around a sail. This is not escapism, this is architecture. I am rebuilding your next era with a person opportunity, engineered to hold weight without collapsing. Do not fear confusion. I will mark this meeting, and I will not speak in riddles where your destiny is concerned. Watch how I lay repeating confirmation codes along your path. A first letter surfacing in odd places, a city name reappearing, a distinct color thread, a song that finds you twice in one day. A number sequence that has stalked your attention suddenly pairing with a timely message. A dream cameo that lingers when you wake. I am not teasing you. I am teaching you the rhythm of recognition, so you stop chasing noise and start noticing signals. Stay with me until the very end, because I am building your discernment in layers. The real will not rush you, it will align you. The real will not fog your mind, it will clear your decisions. The real will not flatter your wounds, it will honor your worth. When this appointment steps into your lane, you will feel the click, like a code accepted, like a key turning, and you will know, not because it dazzles your eyes, but because it settles your spirit. This is the life hinge I promised, restoration within, elevation without, moving together in one ordained meeting. My child, stay with me until the very end, because I am unveiling the pattern I use to bring what is yours into view. I do not deliver destiny in chaos. I guide you by rhythm. Hear the cadence. First a nudge, then a disruption, then an unmistakable confirmation. If you honor this sequence, you will not mislabel the real as random or the counterfeit as calling. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will step through this pattern. Step 1 is the nudge. It is subtle on purpose, so I can train your spirit, not your panic. You will feel a quiet inner push to go somewhere you have been postponing, to respond to a message you almost ignored, to revisit a place that carries peace, to update a profile or application you left half-finished, to attend the gathering you talked yourself out of, to re-enter community where you once retreated. The nudge is not noisy, it is consistent. It hums in your chest when you consider the action and softens when you agree. In the next 72 hours, expect 2 or 3 small invitations inside your own thoughts that feel oddly simple yet persistent. Do not dismiss them as ordinary. They are the coordinates of alignment. Follow the lightest yes. Do it quickly. Delay drains voltage. Step 2 is the disruption. Right before the appointment, something unusual shifts. A plan cancels at the last minute. Your commute is rerouted. An unexpected invitation appears. A meeting is moved. A door you wanted closes, and another you hadn't considered cracks open. Or a sudden courage rises in you to say what you used to swallow. The old you will be tempted to be irritated. The prepared you will recognize my hand. I am rearranging your timeline in live time, so your path intersects theirs. In the next 48 hours, do not fight the reroute. When schedules wobble, breathe and ask, is this the setup? Often the runway shows up as inconvenience dressed like interruption. Bless the disruption. Step into the open pocket it creates. Step 3 is the confirmation. I seal what I send. Watch how the codes stack, not just appear once. The same number sequence showing up 3 times across different places. The same song finding you in 2 locations within a day. An overheard phrase repeating a private prayer line for line. Initials on a coffee cup that match the name you just heard. A dream cameo that relays a symbol you then see on a billboard. And beneath it all, a déjà vu-like peace that feels like you are remembering, not guessing. In the next 24 hours after the disruption, I will cluster 2 to 4 witnesses around you. Do not beg for a sign. Pay attention to the ones I am already placing. Confirmation is calm, not frantic. Peace is the passport. Clarity is the ticket. Hear this warning in love. Distraction blunts sensitivity. Doom scrolling, replaying old texts, numbing with habits you already outgrew. These acts lower the volume of my nudges and blur the edges of your confirmations. To scroll away now would be like walking past the gate as your name is being called. Stay with me. Keep your frequency clean. Obey the nudge. Welcome the disruption. Honor the confirmation. When the pieces click, do not hesitate. Step. The angels are aligning your lane and your timing is here. my child. Lean in and listen with your heart. In the next 72 hours, I am not sending you a single dazzling sign to toy with your hope. I am stacking smaller confirmations until the weight of them collapses your doubt. This is a sign cluster, not a one-off coincidence. Think of it as a constellation. One star does not guide a traveler, but a pattern does. Stay with me until the very end of this window, because I am arranging witnesses in 2s and 3s, layered across sight, sound, dreams, and the quiet language of your body, so that your spirit recognizes what your mind might try to rationalize away. Watch the visual codes first. I will repeat numbers like a drumbeat at the edge of your day, a sequence that has followed you suddenly appearing on receipts, in timestamps, and on the side of a passing vehicle. 3 occurrences within a short span. You will notice a symbol or a specific color threading itself through unrelated scenes. The folder on your desk, a stranger's scarf, a storefront display, each time arriving at the exact second you are wondering, is this you? A location name will keep surfacing, in a headline, on a billboard, in a message from a friend who doesn't know your prayers. A phrase you have whispered in secret will show up where it shouldn't, on a promotional email, a coffee cup sleeve, an app notification, as if the universe is echoing you back to yourself. Do not strain to create these. Simply notice how they align without your effort. Now tune your ears. I will thread audio codes through your day. A particular song lyric will find you twice in very different places, answering the question you asked me in the car. You will overhear a name or initial in a line at the store, then again in a hallway, then spoken by a podcast host who never says it. A phrase will be repeated by 2 different people, and then sealed by a sermon clip or a talk that lands the exact sentence you needed, word for word. The angels are arranging an echo chamber of clarity so you can stop guessing and start receiving. I will also use your dream field and your intuition. Expect a vivid dream, not of faces you must decode, but of a place or an action, a hallway, a bridge, a table, a signed document that imprints on your waking mind with unusual calm. You will rise with a steady certainty, not adrenaline. Conversely, when a wrong option tries to insert itself, you will feel a protective discomfort, a sand in the gears feeling, a subtle tightening around your chest, a fog in your thoughts. That discomfort is not fear of good things. It is my mercy flagging a detour. And here is the body peace indicator I am teaching you to trust. The quiet yes. It is not fireworks, it is a smoothing. Your shoulders lower without trying, your breath deepens, your pace unhurriedly focuses. There is grounded excitement, like standing on a firm dock while the right boat arrives, not frantic grasping. Peace is the passport, clarity is the ticket. For the next 72 hours, create a simple record. Open a notes app and, without obsessing, jot the repeats. The number you saw 3 times, the color thread, the city name, the lyric, the overheard initial, the phrase that chased you, the dream image, the body signal. Do not force a storyline. Let the pattern reveal itself. By the end of this window, 2 to 4 witnesses will cluster around a single direction, and what felt scattered will resolve like a code accepted. When it does, do not chase. Align. I am guiding your timeline in real time, and something huge is waiting for you. My child, hear this with your full attention. When I open a divine window, the counterfeit often sprints to the front of the line to consume your focus and delay your destiny by another painful cycle. The angels are urgently warning you now. Do not confuse first with favored. To scroll away or grow casual in this moment would be like walking past your boarding gate as your name is being called. It would be like turning down the volume just as the final coordinates are being downloaded into your spirit. Stay with me until the very end. because clarity multiplies in the light of sustained attention. Here is how the counterfeit feels: urgent, addictive, and ego-stroking, like a sugar rush that leaves you shaky, like a spotlight on your insecurities dressed as devotion. It flatters the parts of you that used to perform. It woos your loneliness more than it honors your values. It pushes pace, fogs your mind, and makes you question your worth if you slow down. Chaos arrives in its wake: mixed signals, late-night intensity, midday silence, magnetic pull with no steady plan. In contrast, the real meeting I have authored is clear, honorable, and peace-backed. It is steady in tone, intelligible in intention, patient in pace, consistent in communication. The real does not need a stage. It carries a quiet gravity. Peace is the passport. Clarity is the ticket. Expose the traps now so you do not step into them. Late-night emotional bait that avoids daytime substance. Grand flattery with no calendar, no call, no plan. Vague promises shaped like clouds that never rain. Sudden requests for money, investments, or access to your resources wrapped in spiritual language. Sexual pressure disguised as chemistry. Secrecy dressed as privacy. Chaotic communication that keeps you decoding instead of deciding. Watch for the almost apology that never leads to repair. The constant rescheduling that honors nothing but their whim. The "we're together in spirit" line that avoids tangible pursuit. My child, anything that demands you abandon your boundaries to keep its attention is not from me. Use the fruit test I am placing in your hands. After you interact, what does your spirit produce? Peace or panic, clarity or confusion, steadiness or self-abandonment? Do you sleep better or worse? Do your shoulders lower or lift to your ears? Does your prayer life expand or evaporate? Fruit does not lie. The counterfeit intoxicates, then drops you. The real steadies, then lifts you. If contact with them makes you hide from your community, hide your phone screen, or hide your voice, that is rotten fruit. If contact draws you into honesty, into daylight, into wise pacing, that is good fruit. Now, the boundary script that will protect your timing: slow the decision and ask one clear question. Say, I am moving at a healthy pace. What are your intentions, and what does consistency look like to you this month? Or, I do not discuss money or share personal access early on. If this is real, it will respect that. Or, daytime conversations and public settings are my standard right now. So then watch the reaction. The counterfeit will pressure, guilt, sulk, or vanish. The real will honor, schedule, clarify, and remain. In the next window, expect the decoy ping, a sudden "I miss you" from the past. At 11:11 p.m., a charming stranger who wants fast depth with no daylight, an opportunity that requires you to betray a value for quick gain. Do not rush. Give yourself 24 hours, ask your one clarifying question, and listen to your body. If urgency spikes and peace drops, step back. You will not miss what is yours by slowing to honor me. You only miss it by sprinting to appease fear. Stay with me. Keep your frequency clean. No bargaining with loneliness, no negotiating away boundaries for a promise with no proof. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not need a counterfeit costume. The real will recognize you as you are and move at a pace that protects what we are building. Peace is the passport. Clarity is the ticket. Walk in both, and the wrong door will close itself while the right one opens without strain. My child, now I am placing the mark in your hands, the unmistakable imprint of the real appointment. When the right meeting lands, the conversation will feel like recognition, not performance. You will not feel the need to overshare to earn space, to bend your voice to be chosen, to audition for approval like you have so many times before. Instead, something in you will exhale, and you will notice that you are being known without handing over your whole history. The cadence will be easy, grounded, curious. Your answers will not be graded. Your pauses will not be punished. They will offer as much as they ask. They will bring their story to the table without making your wounds a spectacle. You will feel steadiness in the way they listen, and wonder in the way they follow up. Peace is the passport. Clarity is the ticket. Hear the tone I am authoring in your dialogue. Mutual curiosity without pry, pace without pressure, warmth without blurring wisdom. Chemistry may spark, but it will not hijack your judgment. Even if the eyes light, the timelines won't sprint. There will be laughter that doesn't hide fear and silence that isn't awkward. You will leave the moment more present to yourself, not drained by pretending. You will not be asked to trade your boundaries for belonging. My child, stay with me until the very end of this transmission, because this calm is not ordinary, it is my signature. There will be a clean slate quality. They do not make you pay interest on your past. They do not quiz you to prove worth. They invite the real you forward, the you who speaks at a healthy volume, who says, "I need a day to think," and is met with, "Take your time." Your no will be honored. Your yes will be respected. They will not punish you for spaces you have healed. They will not turn your testimony into leverage. The angels are declaring this over you now. The real recognizes your identity. It does not recruit your insecurity. Do not despise the ordinary stage on which I set this scene. It may be the coffee line where your names repeat on cups and receipts. It may be a hallway at work where a schedule change lands you side by side. It may be a community event where a seat opens at the last minute and a shared project comes up twice. It may be a message online that is clear, daylight, specific, and your body says yes without panic. It may be the gym water fountain, a bookstore aisle, a family connection who says, "You two should talk." These are not accidents, they are choreography. I will lace the moment with identifiers you already know. An initial that keeps appearing, a name you've seen 3 times this week spoken again, a place name that echoes your dream, a niche topic you rarely mention surfacing effortlessly, an obscure author, a hobby, a city you prayed about. The threads will tie themselves without you forcing the knot. And then the seal. Within 48 hours, there will be a simple, tangible next step. Not a grand vow, not a foggy promise, a clear move. A message that proposes a day and time. An invitation to continue the conversation in daylight. An introduction email that includes you both and a purpose. A calendar hold, a link, an address, a call time. Does this work for you? Will replace "prove yourself to me." Your body will register the restful yes. Your spirit will recognize the rhythm. Do not chase. Agree to the next honest step and let consistency reveal the rest. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is its sound. Recognition, not performance. Calm connection, clear respect, and an effortless step forward. My child, hear me now. Activation is not chasing. Activation is alignment. There are 2 modes in your spirit field, chase mode and magnet mode. Chase mode is panic-driven, fueled by fear of missing out, refreshing screens, over-texting, auditioning, sprinting after what will not stand still. Magnet mode is obedience-driven. It is when your frequency is clear, your steps are simple, your yes is clean, and you show up exactly where I instruct, not where you are afraid. Stay with me until the very end, because switching modes is the difference between delay and delivery. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is your daily calibration. In the morning, before the world reaches for you, give me 5 quiet minutes. Hand on your heart. 3 breaths. Name 3 gratitudes out loud, simple, present, real. Then ask one question. What is my next obedient step today? Do not ask for the whole map. Ask for the next stone. Honor the first gentle nudge I send. Send the email, confirm the date, step outside for the walk, RSVP, update the profile line, organize the document, tidy the entryway. Do it in daylight if possible, and do it the same day. Micro-obedience turns your field to magnet mode. Peace is the passport. Clarity is the ticket. Clean up signal interference. Reduce contact with draining connections who require you to shrink to keep their calm. Stop revisiting old messages that reopen wounds, like picking a scab you begged me to heal. Archive the thread. Mute the story. Unfollow the memory loop. Remove trinkets that keep you tethered to counterfeit hope. Limit doom scrolling to a strict window or fast it entirely for 3 days. Replace the reflex to check your phone with a 5-count breath and a quick prayer of alignment. I release the chase. I receive the nudge. Create practical readiness because faith makes room. Block calendar space this week so there is somewhere for the meeting to land. Verify your transportation plan so you are not scrambling when the invitation arrives. Update one tangible piece of your presentation. Resume, profile, portfolio, or a simple wardrobe choice that makes your body feel like yes without costume. Bring peace to your home. Clear the entryway, set a small lamp, wash the cup. Order in your environment signals order in your energy. Guard against obsession. Watching for signs is awareness, not superstition. You are not ringing omens from randomness. You are letting confirmations come to you as you move in obedience. Open palms, not clenched fists. If you notice yourself stalking, decoding every micro gesture, or forecasting 10 years from one emoji, step back, breathe, recalibrate to magnet mode. To anchor this decree in your timeline, speak and write. I am ready for my divine meeting. Type it now as an act of faith, a marker in time, a signal to heaven and to your own mind that you choose alignment over anxiety. The angels are declaring your window is open. Stay attentive, stay clean, stay in magnet mode. Peace is the passport. Clarity is the ticket. Obey the nudge, and I will handle the arrival. My child, here is what happens right after the meeting. The storm inside you quiets as if someone finally answered a ringing phone that had been shrieking in the other room. Calm certainty will settle over you, not as fireworks, but as a steadying weight. Relief will rise like warm water around your ribs. You will feel a clean motivation, simple, not frantic, an eagerness to tidy, to plan, to show up. The noise that made you spin will begin to fade because direction has arrived. Do not be alarmed by the stillness. This is what your spirit sounds like when striving releases its grip. Peace is the passport. Clarity is the ticket. Then the last test will whisper. The old cycle will try to reclaim its lease with familiar lies. It's too good. You're behind. It won't last. Prove it now. Accelerate or you'll lose it. Those are echoes from a past era, not instructions for this one. They will tempt you to perform old rituals, oversharing your whole story on the second conversation to fast-forward intimacy, picking a fight to see if they chase, sprinting into logistics you have not prayed through, disappearing because the calm feels unfamiliar, crowdsourcing your next step to people who do not carry your promise. My child, hear me. That reflex to manufacture certainty is the exact door through which sabotage used to walk. Close it gently and keep it closed. Here are your anti-sabotage steps. Move at a healthy pace. Allow consistency to do the heavy lifting that words cannot. Keep your boundaries in daylight. Maintain your sleep, your work focus, your prayer rhythm, your time with wise community. Communicate clearly and simply. I enjoyed this. I'm open to the next step. Here are my boundaries. No dramatics, no testing, no disappearing. Give important decisions 24 hours and a peace check before you say yes. Keep vulnerability proportionate to commitment. Share truthfully, not torrentially. Protect the seed from premature exposure. Celebrate with a small circle that can pray, not a crowd that will project. If anxiety surges, breathe, step back, and ask, what is the next obedient step? Then do only that. Watch the expansion effect I release when you refuse to self-sabotage. Parallel doors will begin to open. A mentor reaches out, a project aligns, a resource appears precisely where you lacked, a schedule clears just when you need it. Energy will increase without the old adrenaline crash. Mornings will feel more purposeful. Sleep will deepen. Money begins to stabilize as you make aligned choices from peace rather than impulse. Clarity produces stewardship, and stewardship attracts supply. You will notice momentum that does not bully you. It bears you, like wind finally finding a sail that is trimmed correctly. I am sealing this with assurance. You are not late. You are on time. This meeting was scheduled, protected, and now is unfolding exactly when the soil of your life can hold it. I have gone ahead of you to prepare. I am beside you to steady, and I am behind you to close the doors that no longer serve your future. Do not grasp. Do not shrink. Walk. Stay with me until the very end of these first days after the meeting. Keep your pace honest, your boundaries intact, your communication clear, your attention clean. Something huge is waiting for you, and you are already stepping into it, one consistent yes at a time. Stay present in the next days. Watch the signs, guard your peace, and walk into what has been waiting for you.